But first, we are following breaking news tonight. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Abby Turpin.
And I'm Ron Steele. At this hour, Waterloo Police are on the scene of a report of shots being fired at Walnut Court. That's a senior living apartment complex in Waterloo. In fact, only a couple of blocks from the KWWL building.
Police were called to the apartment building near Walnut and 3rd Street around 2:45 this afternoon. Taylor Vessel has been on scene all afternoon. He's standing by live right now. Taylor, tell us more. What do you see at this hour?
Yeah, Ron and Abby, I'm off camera right now so that you can get a live look of this still very active scene. For about the last hour or so, police have been trying to negotiate with the suspect, continuing to ask him to come outside so they can help him. A couple times we've heard them use two different methods trying to coax him out, offering food and then also offering aid, saying they thought he was injured. Now, this is a look at the scene earlier. Police barricading various parts throughout the Walnut neighborhood, making sure that no one could get close to this scene on 3rd and Walnut, just about a block north of that intersection. The senior apartments where those shots were reportedly fired. Again, police have been here throughout the afternoon, like you said. Now, if we come back to the scene, as you can see, SWAT team members are standing by trying to negotiate with the suspect. Still, we don't know much about him at this point whatsoever. We do not know if there are any injuries either. However, police did say at that one point in time that he appeared to be injured and they wanted to offer help to him. Now, we will continue following this story throughout the evening. I'll be live out here again at 6 with more. Ron, Abby.
All right, Taylor, thank you very much. Yeah, a very active scene. Of course, you can hear yelling there in the background. So, of course, it is a developing story. We will continue to follow this closely throughout the entire rest of the evening.
Yeah, Waterloo Police negotiator doing the work right now. For latest updates, you can head to our website. As always, information available right now on KWWL.com.
And right now, of course, we are continuing to closely follow breaking news in Waterloo. Police are on scene of a report of shots fired. We know police are negotiating with a man inside an apartment building near Walnut and 3rd Street. We do have crew on scene working to learn the very latest. Stay with us right here on KWWL.
Thank you very much. Let's go back live right now to a scene that has been unfolding the last couple of hours. We're closely watching the news, breaking news in the city of Waterloo. Police on the scene of a report of shots fired, report that shots may have been fired inside the Walnut Court apartment complex. There are barricades at the scene near Walnut and 3rd Street. Waterloo Police, the police negotiating team on the scene. They're negotiating with a man inside that apartment building who allegedly has a shotgun. More updates as they become available. Breaking news still unfolding in Waterloo.
Shots fired call near Walnut and 3rd Streets. Around 2:45 this afternoon, police say a man was firing a shotgun in an apartment building.
At this hour, we're told that Waterloo Police are negotiating with that man at the Walnut Court apartment complex, only a couple of blocks from the KWWL studios. We're told that a fire truck, as you can see, has now arrived on the scene. More on this active situation coming up as news develops. We'll certainly have a live report again right here at 6 o'clock.
And that does it for us here at 5 o'clock. Thank you very much for joining us.
Be careful out there. Nightly news is next. And good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Steele.
And I'm Abby Turpin. Thank you for joining us. And our top story tonight, Waterloo Police have been on scene of a report of shots fired. A call came in around 2:45 this afternoon after a shooting they say took place near Walnut and 3rd Streets.
KWWL reporter Taylor Vessel has been on the scene for us most of the afternoon since this started. Taylor, what do we know so far? It sounds like they might have a man in custody.
Yeah, Ron and Abby, that is the case. I just spoke with police just moments ago here on scene. They say they do have a man in custody right now. He has been taken to the hospital for treatment. They described him as delusional, that he was speaking gibberish when they first caught him. Now, they did recover a handgun from the apartment. They spent hours negotiating with that man, starting right around 4 p.m. Now, let's take a look at the scene earlier. Police broke out all the stops for this response, using the K9 unit, the drone, even at one point a ladder truck coming to the scene as city officials barricaded several entrances into the Walnut neighborhood. No one was allowed to get close to this scene until it was resolved later this evening. Now, coming back to me right now, we are still trying to learn what exactly happened here earlier in terms of when and why that man started shooting just exactly. Again, not confirmed exactly what his condition is other than delusional. They do believe that he may have suffered some injuries. Police telling on scene that he had a little bit of blood on him before they took him to the hospital. We'll continue to follow the story and give you the latest once we know more. Ron, Abby.
All right, Taylor, thank you very much for that live report. Once again, good to know that that situation has come to an end, but it is still a developing story. We'll continue to follow it closely throughout the rest of the night.
I just heard from Waterloo Police Chief Dan Trelka. He told me he believes the man who has been taken away is a resident of Walnut Court. Well, the very latest on the updates as soon as they become available on our website and on air. Also go to KWWL.com. We'll have information there. Just a moment ago, we told you about the situation in downtown Cedar Falls with the shooting there. Well, tonight, a Waterloo situation. One man is now in custody, and the scene is clear following a long standoff in Waterloo involving Waterloo Police this afternoon. Now, police responded to the apartment building near Walnut and 3rd. Reports of shots fired there this afternoon over at Walnut Court. Now, the standoff did end peacefully, and authorities say the man was speaking gibberish, seemed delusional. He was also believed to be a resident of Walnut Court. He was taken to the hospital tonight for treatment. No charges have been filed so far at this time. Waterloo Police tonight have released the name of the man who was involved in the Walnut Court apartment shooting in Waterloo yesterday. He's been identified as 70-year-old resident Greg Nelson. Nelson is now charged with intimidation with a dangerous weapon and also assault on peace officers using a weapon. Waterloo Police responded to the apartments yesterday, only a couple of blocks from the KWWL studios, after reports of shots being fired inside. Authorities say when they got there, the man, after negotiations, when they finally got him, seemed to be delusional. Luckily, the standoff did end peacefully.